when you look at the rising cost of goods and services, look, there's no doubt that the pandemic has disproportionately impacted the Black community, especially specifically in great numbers. It's been really, really catastrophic because of a lot of other outside issues like health, under things that were like underlying health issues, I would say, that have been impacted. But I would tell you that the policies that this administration is putting forward are not helping. Let's just look at Georgia as just a brief example. When you had that bill, because election integrity is very, very important in making sure that people feel confident that their vote is going to be safely, they can cast a vote safely and that it will be counted and that it will be protected. So when Georgia made some revisions to their laws that actually expanded voting, they had this false narrative out there, and Joe Biden and Stacey Abrams went out and actually encouraged and supported the MLB, Major League Baseball, from taking the All-Star game out of Georgia and moving it to another state, costing $100 million worth of revenue to leave that state. But what does that mean in real numbers? That means the majority Black community that is there, especially in Cobb County, lost out on revenue, lost out on business. So if you are a business that was struggling to stay open, small business, barbershop, beauty salon, dry cleaners, whatever it is, vendor, t-shirt maker that would sort of profit from having this All-Star game, that's gone. And it's not, so it's the issue of today. I was watching a clip where Barbara Corcoran, who was from the Shark Tank, that show on ABC, she was talking about how the government is actually incentivizing, which we all know to be true, people to stay at home because it's causing a problem for small business owners. So if you are a minority-owned business, wherever you are, Kansas, let's say you have a barbecue place, and you're trying to get people to come back to your restaurant, you're trying to get people to work in your restaurant, it's impossible right now because they can get paid more money to stay home. And then if parents can't go back to work, if you're a single mom, for example, and you can't go, not everyone has the luxury of working from home.
Right.
So if you can't go back to work because your children are still have to be learning from home with virtual learning, how do you go back to work? And if you can't go back to work, how do you get extra income to then go to a restaurant? And if you are a person who works in a restaurant, how can you go work in the restaurant full time when you have their children at home? And so it's been just a crisis after crisis. It snowballs in terms of its negative impact on the communities, especially these vulnerable communities of color. Well, and Joe Biden just doesn't get it. And quite frankly, it looks like he doesn't care.